The Ozarks have a way of getting under your skin. Thick woods, rolling hills, fog that hangs low in the hollers, and a silence at night that feels heavy, like something is listening back. That's exactly where I found myself with Adam from southern Missouri, searching for Bigfoot in an area he's known his entire life. This wasn't some random weekend trip. This was personal. Adam has lived here for years, and the things happening around his house refuse to be ignored any longer. It started with sounds. Heavy footsteps late at night that didn't match any animal he knew. Not a deer, not a coyote, not even a large dog. These steps were slow, deliberate, and bipedal. You could hear weight behind them, the ground compressing with each step. Adam told me the first few times he brushed it off, blaming his imagination or maybe someone trespassing. But then the sounds kept coming, night after night, always circling the edge of his property. As we walked the tree line near his house, Adam pointed out where he'd found prints. Not clear cast-worthy impressions, but enough to make you stop and stare. Longer than a human foot, wider in the midsection, and pressed deep into the soil. Whatever made them was heavy. Really heavy. This part of southern Missouri doesn't get many visitors, especially not barefoot ones wandering through rocky ground and dense brush in the dark. Then there were the structures. Twisted saplings bent over and woven together in ways that didn't make sense naturally. Some leaned against each other to form arches, others snapped clean but didn't fall, suspended by surrounding branches. Adam said these structures appeared overnight. He'd walk past a normal stand of trees one evening, and by morning, it looked like something had rearranged the forest. No sign of tools, no cut marks, just raw force and intention. While filming near his backyard, we heard a wood knock echo from the ridge. One sharp crack, followed by another farther away, like a response. Adam froze. He said that sound has become all too familiar. He's heard it from different directions, sometimes close enough to make his chest tighten. Wood knocks aren't something most people in the area talk about, but anyone deep into Bigfoot research knows exactly what they are believed to be. Communication. As the sun dropped and the woods darkened, the atmosphere shifted. The forest seemed to close in, and even the usual night sounds felt muted. That's when Adam told me about the rocks. Small stones found on his porch, on the hood of his truck, even once inside his barn. Not thrown aggressively, but placed. Almost like a signal. There's no gravel driveway nearby, and the stones don't match anything naturally around his house. One of the most unsettling moments came when Adam described waking up to something watching him through the window. He couldn't see a face clearly, just a tall, dark shape blocking out the moonlight. When he moved, it moved. When he froze, it stayed perfectly still. He said the feeling was overwhelming, like being prey. Whatever it was eventually stepped back into the trees without a sound. We set up in a small clearing where Adam had previous encounters. As night fully settled in, we heard something moving through the brush. Not crashing like a bear, not darting like a deer, but slow and controlled. Branches bent rather than snapped. You could feel it more than hear it, a presence that made your instincts scream that you weren't alone. Adam believes these things have been around his house for a long time. Long before he started paying attention. He thinks they're curious, cautious, and territorial. Not outright aggressive, but not friendly either. There's a sense of being tolerated, watched, evaluated. Like we were guests who hadn't been invited but were allowed to stay, for now. Southern Missouri is no stranger to Bigfoot reports. Hunters, farmers, and lifelong residents have whispered about encounters for generations. People who don't want attention, don't want to be laughed at, and definitely don't want their land swarmed by thrill seekers. Adam fits that mold perfectly. He didn't ask for this, but it keeps coming to him. As we packed up and headed back toward the house, another knock echoed from the woods. Closer this time. Adam looked at me and said, "That's them letting us know they're still here." And honestly, standing there in the dark, with the woods pressing in and that sound hanging in the air, it was hard to disagree. Whatever is happening around Adam's home is real to him. The sounds, the structures, the prints, the feeling of being watched. You can explain away one or two things, but not all of them together. Not consistently. Not over years. Something is still around his house, moving through the shadows of southern Missouri, unseen but very much felt. And the deeper you go into places like this, the more you realize the woods may be holding onto secrets we're not ready to face.